Hey Tri-City, I'm Josh. December is finally here and that means Christmas is near. Many students are going out to buy gifts for others, seeing the lights in the Christmas trees, and they're now able to do that with their newly acquired licenses. On the other hand, other students will be trying to get theirs over the break or have just gotten theirs. Here's Emma with that story.
Driving is a rite of passage for most high school students. Sitting behind the wheel can be very scary, especially when you're being graded on your performance. Some people have passed their tests earlier than others.
So I passed my driving test the first time and I actually missed nothing. I got a perfect score.
So it took me 2 tries to pass my permit test.
Took me 3 times to pass the written test. I failed the same question twice.
Some people have some very interesting stories about the process of getting their driver's permit.
I was stuck at the DMV from 6 in the morning until 2 o'clock. So I was pretty much stuck there all day and I failed.
It's best to learn from those who have succeeded, and many students have some advice to give.
I think that people should take the test on paper. It's a lot easier than the computer. The computer makes you nervous.
My advice to any upcoming drivers is to honestly, people like to say, don't be nervous, and it's as hard as it can be, just relax, you totally got this, you've been practicing. So just believe in yourself and just take lots of deep breaths and make sure to have a really good meal beforehand.
Even if it took you multiple tries or just one, passing your driver's test is a big task and an even greater accomplishment.
Thanks, Emma. Good luck to anyone taking their driver's test in the future, and we hope you pass. Next up, Jess figured out some students' favorite classes, and here's what they had to say.
Hey Tri-City, even though school may be frustrating sometimes, there's always that one class that can turn your frown upside down.
One of my favorite classes is strength training with Coach Clavitter.
One of my favorite classes is math with Beaumont.
One of my favorite classes is physical science taught by Miss Gooding.
One of my favorite classes is computer science, and that's taught by Miss Beaumont.
Although students have various reasons for liking a class, most of them agree that what makes a class great is who they are surrounded by and what they are occupying themselves with.
I like the class because it's fun and I get my exercise in. I think the most important thing for making a class a favorite is the environment and just the people that are surrounding you.
I like the pace. It's pretty fast, but she knows how to teach. But the most important thing to making a class a favorite is the teacher, because if you have a good teacher and you're cool with them, then it's not as hard to do all the work.
What I like about that class is that we get to do fun labs, and Miss Gooding's a good teacher. A key to making a class favorite is a good environment and a good teacher who cares about you.
I like that class because we get to learn about how computers work and how to program. The key to making a class a favorite is a fun learning environment.
Glad to hear how our teachers' curriculums can affect our students' day positively. Although it is mainly their responsibility for the quality of a class, students also hold a responsibility. Researchers say that students will have a better day if they ask more questions in class. I'm Jess with Tri-City News Network.
From math to science to electives, it seems like having a great environment is a key to making a class enjoyable. Students at Tri-City have traveled all across the world, and here's Elizabeth with that story.
Travel is a time to escape the tribulations and stress of life. It is also a way to see the world and experience things impossible at home. Students at Tri-City have been all around the world on unforgettable journeys. So, how far have people gone?
France,
Japan,
Sweden,
Massachusetts,
Scotland, Africa,
China,
Bahamas,
New York,
Australia, Utah.
Whether it be a long plane ride away or a short drive, travel can bring peace to anyone. Now, due to the pandemic, the thought of travel is bittersweet. But what about the past? What traveling memories do students at Tri-City have that they look back on fondly?
So my favorite thing I did in Africa was for a missions trip. So we spent time in the village hanging out with children, did lots of missions work and ran games. We ran VBS for the children in the village, and it was a great experience to see just a completely different way of life. It made me grateful for how much I have and how much God's blessed me with, because I realized how little they have over there, for a refrigerator and cold food, and be able to heat up my food and the microwave and the kitchen, having normal bathrooms.
My favorite thing from Sweden is seeing my family, and just it's really pretty there and stuff, so it was nice. In Sweden, in my grandparents' house, my dad's older house that he grew up in, it didn't have air conditioning or heaters or anything, so I'm thankful that Here we have heaters and air conditioning.
It is truly a blessing to be able to experience unique places and cultures all around the world. Although we cannot currently enjoy this privilege, it is wonderful to look back at the wonderful memories obtained during travel. Back to you in the studio.
No matter if you've never been outside the country or you've been to the other side of the earth, traveling is a fun experience to see new things. Now it's time for our announcements with Kobe.
Good morning, Tri-City. Here are your announcements for today. Good morning, Tri-City. Here are your announcements for today. Next week is Winter Fun Week, and here is what ASB has planned for that. Monday, hot cocoa. Tuesday, Christmas cookies. Wednesday, green and red dress day, and drama showing viewing in class. Thursday, snow dress day, and winter games at lunch. And Friday, Christmas sweaters.
Seems like Winter Fun Week will be a great time. Well, that's all we have for you this time, and have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next time on TCNN.